Senate Bill 559 was the subject of a public hearing in the House of Delegates after it was approved by senators 31-2. The bill is meant to give the DHHR more flexibility when hiring personnel to meet the extreme need for social workers in West Virginia. In order to get a social work license in the state today, a person must have a bachelor's or master's degree from a Council on Social Work Education accredited program. The bill, as it passed the Senate, would have exempted social workers from completing a degree program if they enrolled in and completed a training course to be designed by the DHHR. But concerns from stakeholders made delegates rethink the exemption, adding more requirements to the bill. The House version now requires a bachelor's degree in any subject in conjunction with the training course to obtain a provisional social work license. Government Organization Committee Chair Gary Howell.
The bill provides provisionally licensed workers with DHHR may satisfy this requirement by either completing a core social worker course hours or completing a social work training program offered by DHHR.
Delegate Linda Longstrath worked as a social worker in West Virginia for years and says in her experience, the extra training provided in a degree program is necessary to be successful in the field.
We do not look at our social workers as professionals. We need to look at our social workers and many others on the state payroll as professionals, just as we do with the teachers. We're worried about children, abused children, CPS. I've gone to homes where I've had to deal with abused children. We need those trained individuals, and I do believe that they need to go into training, and we're saying that our teachers need to be trained, that they must have a master's degree. They can't train our teachers without it. Why are we looking down on the social workers also?
Government Organization Vice Chair Lynn Arvon was also a social worker, but she disagrees with Longstrath. She says she learned the most when training on the job.
I do know that we have a shortage of social workers. It's a high need. And I do feel that people can be trained on the job, and we also had to receive continuing education credits, just like other professions do. So you are trained on your job, you're trained outside of your job, and I do believe, as in most fields, the training you get on your job is the best training. And I felt like I was a very effective social worker, and I had several colleagues who went through the same training as I did.
Again, Howell rose in support of the bill because of the compromise made between lawmakers and stakeholders.
What this bill does is allow DHHR to hire the personnel that they need. These are qualified personnel. They have to go through a screening process. They will receive 18 months of training before they're sent out on the field. They have to have a provisional license, and it puts them on a path to become a fully licensed social worker. We had a meeting with the stakeholders. The Board of Social Workers is on board with this committee substitute. We met with WVU, Marshall, West Virginia State University, and several others. They are on board with this. DHHR is on board with this. We made a lot of changes in this bill to make sure that the children of this state are safe.
Members of the House passed Senate Bill 559 62-33. The bill will now go back to the Senate for members to consider the House changes.